Hey guys, it's Jessii Vee. So, I wanted to sit down here today and film a video because I have been having the most bizarre dreams. I know I haven't sat down and filmed a dream time in so long. I have been documenting them all, I just kind of forget to do dream times. I feel like I'm so caught up in stories from my own life that I forget to tell the ones that like come from my mind when I'm sleeping. But over the past week, I have been having a reoccurring dream. And I haven't had reoccurring dreams since I was a little kid. I think I have told you guys about a couple of the reoccurring dreams that I used to have. One was that old scary man that played the flute. And I had this constant dream that he was showing up in my house and luring little kids into a basement by playing the flute. It's like the weirdest and creepiest dream. I probably had it when I was like 10 and I have no idea how my 10-year-old brain came up with that or where I got that idea from. And then I had this other recurring dream where I would get on this roller coaster. It was in the middle of a forest. And first of all, I hate roller coasters, so that's why this was such a nightmare. And I'd get on this roller coaster and it would take me through this forest. It would go through loops and like hills and stuff. And at the very end of this forest, there was this really steep cliff. And the roller coaster tracks would just stop at this cliff. So I would be going down this roller coaster and I'd see the end of it. And right as I was going off the cliff, I would wake up. And I had that dream so often. And then finally they just stopped. And as an adult now, I haven't had the same dream every night in a very long time. Yes, I have weird dreams, but I don't usually have reoccurring dreams. And what freaks me out is that I've always heard that if you see someone's face in your dream, it means that you've seen them before, whether that's in person or on TV or in pictures, because apparently your mind can't create a person's face or a person if they don't exist in this world. I don't really know how true that is, but I've always heard that. So these reoccurring dreams that I've been having the past week always has this little boy in them. Now I'm gonna try my best to go on to Google Images and try and find a boy that best resembles the boy that's in my dream. So I'm gonna put it on the screen and no, that's not literally him, but that's the closest face and body type and just boy that I could find online. And what's so weird is that this boy is like in vintage clothing. He's not dressed like we were dressed today. I don't know if he would have been from like the 20s, 30s, 40s. I'm really not sure. I'm assuming somewhere in there. But in my dream, he's actually black and white and everything else in my dream is like in color. And the other thing that's weird is that I heard you can't dream in color, but I do. I have my entire life. So I don't know if there's something just wrong with my brain, but I don't dream in black and white. I dream in color. It's just this boy, whenever he appears in my dream, he's in black and white. It's like he literally stepped out of an old photograph. So my dream started off where I was in a hotel lobby and I was checking into a hotel room. And so I get my key, I walk up to my room, and for some reason I had bought this giant suite. So it wasn't like a tiny little room that I would typically get if I was going to hotels. It was like a really expensive like $1,000 suite, which in real life I would never get something like that because, I mean, personally it's a waste of money. I don't have that kind of money. But apparently Dream Jess has that kind of money. So I walk up to my room and it's the only room on this floor because it's so big. And they do that in real life. Like they put the biggest like giant hotel rooms on the top floors, I believe, because they take up like an entire floor. So I get to my floor, I walk up to this door. It's this huge wooden door. It looks very fancy. I put my key in, I walk inside, and it's just gorgeous. There's like glass and porcelain and chandeliers and marble floors, and it's just really beautiful. And for some reason I'm at this hotel by myself. I don't know why I'm there by myself. I don't know what my goal or why I'm there. You know what I mean? In your dream, it just doesn't explain those type of things. So I'm walking through all the rooms, kind of giving myself a tour. And this part is going to be so hard to explain because I feel like when you're dreaming it, it makes sense, but maybe when you're explaining it, it doesn't. But I realized that I had to go to the washroom. And the way this house is laid out is there's like a washroom, a small hallway, and a giant closet. So I went into this washroom to pee. And I don't know if you guys do this, but whenever I'm home alone or in a place by myself, I don't bother closing the door because it's like no one can see you anyway, so what's the point? So I go in, I sit on the toilet. I know this is like so TMI, I don't know why I dreamed this, but I'm sitting on the toilet and I look down this hallway and I see this closet door. And while I'm peeing, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go check that out after I'm done peeing. Like I'm just sort of scoping out the place while I'm sitting there. So as I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm looking down the hall and suddenly the doorknob doorknob of the closet starts to like shake and it begins to turn. And I'm like, wait, am I just seeing things? Like, what is going on here? And suddenly the door starts to slowly open and I can just see like darkness inside the closet because the closet light's not on. And so it's slowly opening and opening and finally it's halfway through and I start to see a figure in the closet. And in real life, I would like run out of the hotel room, but Dream Jess just wanted to sit there and watch what was going on. So finally the closet door fully opens and sitting on a little stool at the back of the closet staring at me is this boy. He's sitting with like his knees up, he's like, his arms are like this, and he's just sitting on a stool like staring at me. Like I said, he's in black and white, he's dressed in like those old clothing, and he's just sitting there and he looks really, really sad. And so I was like, hello? Like I thought in my dream that maybe he was there in the hotel previously and his parents left without him. I thought he was a legit boy just like sitting in the closet scared, maybe lost or wondering where his family was. So I get up and I start walking towards him, and the closer that I get to him I realize that his eyes aren't open. It's weird because in my dream I thought that his eyes were open, but when I got closer his eyes were closed and he was sort of leaning against the back of the closet with his eyes closed, not moving. And I get right up to him and I don't know why I did this in the dream, but I closed the door to the closet. And Dream Jess was like, well, I better not disturb him. He looks like he's sleeping. He looks like he doesn't want to be bothered. And so I get all my stuff together and I go out like shopping or doing something. I don't really know what I was doing, but I come back to the hotel and I go to sleep. And I like completely forget about this boy, don't really worry about it. The next morning I wake up and I go and use the washroom again. And once again, I don't close the door. And while I'm sitting there, again, the closet starts to like open and it reveals this boy and he's just like lying back, leaning against the back of the closet. And so I get up again, I walk up, still see that he's just like, I assume sleeping, and I close the closet door. Then once again, I go about my day, and when I come back to the hotel, I'm walking through the lobby and there's like police officers and like ambulances and like caution tape everywhere. And the lady at the front desk walks up to me and she's like, I'm so sorry, but don't go into your room. And I was like, what do you mean don't go into my room? And she's like, they found a boy in the closet. And it was weird because I was like, oh yeah, I know, he was there. Like he's just sleeping, like he just like hangs out in there. It was like I didn't realize anything was wrong. And she was like, no, like we found his body. We don't know how long he was in there for. I'm so sorry, but you can't go back into your room. And then the lady at the front desk told the police that I'd seen him there previously and didn't report it. So then like they started questioning me and they thought that I was the suspect who actually like did that to the boy, when meanwhile I had just seen the aftermath and thought he was alive and like just sleeping. I don't know what went through my mind, guys. But basically, I woke up in real life from that dream and I sat up in bed and I was like, why wouldn't I report a little boy sitting in a closet? It's like when you're dreaming, you don't have any logic. So I remember just feeling really weird that whole day after dreaming that, and I kept seeing this little boy like in my mind. And then that night when I went to bed, I had the exact same dream about that hotel, about the closet, about seeing that little boy in there. It was the exact same dream. Except in the dream, the second time I saw the boy in the closet, he actually like stood up, still with his eyes closed like he was sleeping, and started walking towards me. That was the only thing that was different that second night when I had the dream. And so when I woke up in real life, I have to say in real life because in the dream I was waking up in the hotel. But when I woke up in real life, I was feeling even more creeped out because I don't really have reoccurring dreams and I don't know what it means. I should probably call my sister Mandy and ask her, to be honest, because she has like dreams about spirits and like she has reoccurring dreams and really weird stuff going on. I think she honestly has some psychic abilities and she's talked to you guys about that before, but I feel like if I called her and told her about this dream, she'd like have all this knowledge about what it means. But anyways, I won't bother her. She's probably working. So this is when things start getting even weirder. So the third day of me having this dream with this boy in it was slightly different. So it was the same sort of premise, except it didn't take place at a hotel. It took place at my house, like right here. And what's creepy is that my closet is right beside my bathroom. It's not like directly across, but it's beside. So when I was going to the washroom, I heard the door creaking open, but I couldn't see it creaking open because the layout in my house in real life is different than the one in my dream in the hotel. But it was that boy sitting with his eyes closed in my actual closet, like in my bedroom over there. Dressed the same way, looks the same way. I don't know what it means. I just don't understand, but it's like every dream that I have of him, he's closer to home, like literally. And my dream is starting to warp into places that in real life, like my house. And it's just really bizarre. And like I'm scared that I'm gonna go to bed tonight and have like a dream where he's like probably standing right beside my bed. Like I know they're just nightmares and they probably don't mean anything at all, but they're just so bizarre that I had to sit down and like tell you guys about it. So I would love to know what you think. Definitely comment down below. Let me know if you guys have had any reoccurring dreams. And if you have, are they nightmares? Are they good dreams? Has anything happened in real life that like correlates with the dreams? Like I want to know. But anyways, that is the end of my video for today. Before I go, I'm gonna mention the new channel members. I just have to find my laptop. Hold on. Alright, so we have Mackenzie Harold, Danielle Davis, Zeke Bierman, Kendra Maddie, Morgan Ann, Kay Wolfcat, Gala G, and Challenge Accepted. So that is the new group of official unicorn members that I'm going to be mentioning today. Thank you so much guys for your support. It means the world to me and I love you. And yeah, if any of you guys want to become official unicorn members, you can just press the join button down below. You get a unicorn badge that evolves every single month that you are a member. So it basically changes and evolves, which is really cool. You get a shout out, you get private live streams every other week, and you get an extra video at the end of the month. I'm also talking to you guys all the time in the community tab. So yeah, if you'd like to become a member, that's absolutely amazing. If you can't, I love you just as much. And my normal videos on this channel will not change. They're going to be available for everybody. The unicorn members just get extra perks on the side. And yeah, before I go, I have one question for you guys, and that is, when do you want me to start making my Halloween videos? I just want to know like when it is too early and like when it's too late. I guess the question is, do you want me to begin Halloween videos end of September, or do you want me to start in October? So earlier or more on time. So just let me know down below. But anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!